Good morning, doctor. My name is Alina. I've been experiencing some tremors in my hands lately, and my family has a history of Parkinson's, so I'm quite worried.
I understand your concern, Elena. It's perfectly natural to be worried given your family history and symptoms. But let me assure you, we're here to discuss everything in detail and explore all the available options.
Thank you, doctor. I appreciate that.
First, tell me more about the tremors you've been experiencing. When did they start? Are they constant or do they come and go?
They started a few months ago, just a slight shaking in my right hand. It's worse when I'm at rest and seems to disappear when I'm using my hand.
I see. Well, Elena, let's delve into what Parkinson's disease is and how it might be related to your symptoms. Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder. This means it affects your brain cells, specifically those that produce dopamine.
Dopamine? I've heard of that. Isn't it related to mood?
Yes, dopamine plays a role in mood regulation, but it's also crucial for smooth and coordinated movements.
So how does that lead to Parkinson's?
In Parkinson's, the brain cells responsible for dopamine production start to die off. This leads to a dopamine deficiency, which disrupts the brain's ability to control movement properly.
Ah, I see. And that's why I'm experiencing these tremors?
Tremors are one of the common symptoms of Parkinson's, but it's not always the first sign. Let's discuss other early symptoms to give you a clearer picture. As we discussed, tremors, especially at rest, are a common early sign. However, you might also experience stiffness in your limbs, slowness of movement, and difficulty with balance.
Now that you mention it, I have noticed some stiffness in my arms, especially in the mornings.
That's another classic symptom. Have you noticed any changes in your handwriting or your walking?
Yes, come to think of it, my handwriting has become smaller and cramped lately, and I feel like I'm shuffling a bit when I walk.
These are all potential indicators of Parkinson's, Elena. But it's important to remember that these symptoms can also be caused by other conditions.
So how do we know for sure if it's Parkinson's?
That's where a thorough diagnosis comes in. We'll need to conduct a neurological examination and potentially order some tests. During the neurological exam, I'll assess your movement, coordination, balance, and reflexes. I'll also ask you about your medical history and family history of neurological conditions.
What kind of tests would be needed?
We might consider imaging tests like MRI or CT scans to rule out other conditions that can mimic Parkinson's. However, these scans can't diagnose Parkinson's definitively.
Is there a specific test for Parkinson's?
Not a single definitive test. The diagnosis often relies on a combination of clinical evaluation, symptom analysis, and response to medication.
I see. And if it is Parkinson's, are there different stages?
Yes, Parkinson's is typically classified into 5 stages, with each stage marked by progressively more pronounced symptoms and challenges. Even though there's no cure for Parkinson's, several treatment options can effectively manage the symptoms and improve your quality of life.
That's reassuring to hear, doctor. What kind of treatments are available?
Medications are the mainstay of Parkinson's treatment. They work by increasing dopamine levels in the brain or mimicking dopamine's effects.
Are there any side effects to these medications?
Like all medications, they can have side effects, but these vary from person to person. We'll carefully consider your individual needs and adjust the treatment plan accordingly.
Besides medication, are there other therapies that can help?
Absolutely. Physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy can significantly improve mobility, speech, and daily living skills. Living with Parkinson's can present daily challenges, Elena, but there are many ways to adapt and maintain a good quality of life.
What are some common challenges I might face?
As the disease progresses, you might experience difficulty with everyday tasks like dressing, bathing, and eating. Fatigue and sleep disturbances are also common.
That sounds daunting.
It can be, but remember, you're not alone. Support groups and resources are available to help you navigate these challenges.
Are there things I can do on my own to manage the condition?
Absolutely. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are crucial. Staying socially active and engaged can also have a positive impact. The good news, Elena, is that research in Parkinson's is constantly evolving, and new treatments are being developed all the time.
That's encouraging to hear, Doctor. What are some of the promising areas of research?
Scientists are exploring gene therapy, stem cell therapy, and new medications that target specific pathways in the brain.
Are there clinical trials available for these new therapies?
Yes, many clinical trials are underway, testing the safety and effectiveness of these cutting-edge treatments.
How can I find out more about these trials?
We can discuss this further, and I can provide you with resources to explore clinical trial options that might be suitable for you. Elena, remember that a Parkinson's diagnosis is not a full stop. It's a path we'll navigate together, focusing on managing symptoms and maintaining your quality of life.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate your honesty and support.
Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns. We are here to support you every step of the way.
I will, Doctor. Thank you for everything.